when I'm in a coaching session and I run into someone and you're like, I'm super overwhelmed. Helen and Marcus were like, we just took 6 new listings and we were both out of commission, and our assistants, there was a lot of mistakes. D, I'm super busy. I got buyers, I got listings, I got all this stuff, and I can't even see straight. Teresa's in the same camp, got a great assistant though, she's kicking ass. But a lot of us get into the state where we hit their max. Zach right now, like, have not 1 minute to spare because I'm off the charts busy. So I just want to remind you guys, when you are in the busy state, the thing to work on is your checklist and your processes. That's the only thing to work on. And you'll notice that in a coaching session, I will not talk about the cool new thing that I want to talk about. I just figured out an entire strategy with Patrick O'Connor on a simple listing Facebook ad that he converted 20 sales in 2024. And of the 71 people who filled out a form, literally 60% of them, he's in the process of converting. That is unreal. I am not going to talk about that at all to a bunch of you, because right now, what most of you need to be focused on is your listing contract signed on the market, SOP, and improving the quality of the experience for your customers, for your vendors, and for yourself, and making sure that no mistakes are happening, and making sure that you are optimizing for the best listing process for yourselves. You just need to be focused on that. Some of you need to be focused on your weekly seller report. Dean was showing his badass weekly seller report. It was unbelievable. Some of you guys, you really need to get your weekly seller report because you're starting to hold a few more listings than you normally do. Days on market might tick up a little bit. You're not paying attention to your housing market report. So you're actually out of the sync. And next thing you know, you have 2 to 3 listings. Next thing you know, those sellers are annoyed with you. Next thing you know, you're going, Patrick, what's that thing I'm supposed to do to get price reductions? And I'm like, yeah, you mean this weekly seller report? Oh yeah, that thing. Some of you need to get that thing implemented right now. Some of you need to get your post client, welcome to the real estate. You need to get that thing done. What is the thing that would actually improve the quality of your experience and your customers' flow? When you're busy, that's the only thing to look at. Making sure that your staff is doing a good job with using the checklist, using the system that you guys set up. So when you're super busy, just remember, that's the stuff. Do not tell me that you're on a webinar with Fellow, trying to figure out if Fellow's a new thing that you need to implement.
So we had a meeting with that admin that was making tons of mistakes. And one insightful thing we learned is that I set up checklists for her and systems and processes for her the way I do things. And she's not like me. And I think one of the things that kind of was making her drop the ball was trying to do it my way. And so we talked about what the goal is, and she's going to set up her own way to make sure we achieve the goal. But in a way that, for example, I leave my emails marked unread, but she will accidentally mark her emails read and then miss those emails. So she has to find a different system for that.
Got it. We had a long conversation about the staff. That's the right thing to work on right now when you are at your busiest moment, cleaning up those processes, creating less stress on your team members, on you, creating less stress on your customers. I did read a great book called Systemology. For those of you that are at that phase, Systemology was a really good book because what they talked about was it's not only about creating the system, but then there's really the implementation, and then there's the adoption to the team. And so he talks about these different phases. There's a lot of moving parts. I forget who I was talking to, and someone, yeah, we don't really follow a process and it's all up here. My favorite statement, oh, it's all in here. Mm-hmm. And we know that when it's all up there, that means your sleep quality sucks. You probably drink too much at night and then you sleep like that means that you probably have gray hairs because you have these moments. Oh my God, did I? Remember Matt Farnham? The phone only rings for what? New business, as opposed to the phone rings, oh shoot, it's the seller, I forgot. This is the window to work on those systems. That's exactly the perfect thing to do. Hey everybody, the first appointment setting game event was a success. For those of you who've been following along the channel and learning about the tag event at the Tom Ferry headquarters in Orange County, beautiful building, his amazing facility. We hosted 40 real estate agents, 100% focused on booking appointments. And we ended up with roughly 3,600 dials out, 512 conversations recorded, 84 appointments booked, 92 new lead opportunities discovered. We had such a blast. I just want to make sure that everybody has a good time. If you're brand new to making cold calls, to make those first calls, generate those first leads, and get over the hump. I had Michelle, she says, hey, thank you so much for getting me back on the horse with my discipline of prospecting. And then she said, the listing appointment that I booked, they're going to go with us. I got a great text from Brandon, a picture of the listing contract signed from the appointment that he booked at the event. Here's the problem. We're just working on the logistics of the next session and the calendar. To learn more is to go down below and just get yourself signed up on the wait list. I can just give you the direct announcements of when the next event is so that you can make sure that you reserve your spot before anyone else. I'm assuming these events will sell out. There's not enough room to have a lot of people in there. If you sign up for the wait list, I will also add you into my sales conversion newsletter. This week, I'm going to be interviewing Avi Becker on his entire breakdown of the absentee owner, the scripting, the mindset, the tool, the resources, everything that he's doing. So just go down below, get signed up. I look forward to having you at that next event.